Yo, what's good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned, back with another JJK Phantom Parade video. We today just got the live stream for the JP 1.5 anniversary, and I wanted to go over some of the stuff in the 1.5 anniversary that we're looking at. They've already revealed quite a few characters. They've revealed some recollection bits, some events, like just a lot of really good stuff. If you guys do like these videos where I kind of go over big campaigns and stuff like that, y'all definitely can go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the notification bell, and also comment down below and just let me know what you want to see. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right into this. I actually was not awake for this live stream, or at least I wasn't awake for the first hour of the live stream. So the first hour of it may not be new information to me, but I do need to refresh myself with the information because the Deadman has been very, very busy this week and has needed to catch up on a lot of sleep. So I woke up a few times this morning is what I'll say. But we're going to go ahead and just dive right in. I'm not going to play any music or anything like that. You already know how it goes because it could be copyrighted. This is the voice actor for Gato. This is the voice actor for Shoko. So that's who that is when you see them later on in the stream. But let's go ahead and get into it. So guys, the first thing that we have right here is actually like the itinerary for the 1.5 anniversary live stream. So I'm just going to translate this real quick and it'll give us an idea of, I guess, when we can stop looking at the live stream for information and then just switch over to Twitter to make sure that I'm not missing any extra information. So what this says here is looking back and 1.5 anniversary keynotes. So this is probably like that thing where they look back over the information over the year or over the 6 months for the game and just see what the stats are looking like, what characters are used the most, what stages are getting beaten the most, what pages are used the most, things of that nature. The second one is going to be the 1.5 anniversary Phantom Parade Information Bureau, I believe they call it. Pretty much them debriefing all the information that they are willing to give us about the 1.5 anniversary for now. Then you have the Phantom Parade chat room, Phantom Parade variety, and then promotion information. So the last three things really don't matter too much because those are more just kind of like yap sessions of the stream. And the last thing, the promotional information is typically for stuff that's going on in Japan. It could be like a campaign or something like that. The campaign was at the beginning of this live stream, but the campaign is just literally like follow Phantom Parade, put hashtag Phantom Parade or something like that. Like, it ain't like anything really too crazy, but we're gonna go ahead and just start skipping through this now, looking for all the little specific pieces. So this is the 1.5 anniversary key visual right here. It's that picture where everybody had the sparklers, but there is gonna be 2 extra characters up there that we did not expect to see. So this is the initial picture we had gotten right here with Gojo right here, Geto right here, and Shoko right here. You can tell because Shoko's in a skirt. You can tell because Geto wears them big baggy ass pants that he always wears. And then who else would this be besides Gojo? But then, this is the key visual right here for the 1.5 anniversary. So you got all 3 of the main students right here. Or the main students from JJK 0, I guess. Or hidden JJK, the past arc, I guess, right? Then we have Nanami right here, and then we have Habara, who died before Nanami even became like a teacher, and that's one of like Nanami's like regrets as a sorcerer, I guess, right? So right here they've changed from the room with the voice actors to the room with these 2. Whenever it's these 2, they like kind of speedball through that information. So let's see what we're getting here. So this first little video right here, I guess this is like a story or map event, campaign, or something like that. It'll probably have like a little event banner. There we go. The event banner at the end of this little trailer right here. But let's take a look. They're playing cards. I know this one is also a page. Or rather, there's a free page, and the free page from this event is going to be literally this bit right here. And then you can kind of tell whenever you're looking at a recollection bit, a character, or just like a cutscene in general, right? Like that one was a cutscene in general. Summer vacation, but also looks like the beach from Dagon's domain. And I guess we're not just looking at the Twitter and this. I guess we're gonna look at this Twitter, and we're gonna look at Discord. Also, Yaga's fade was diabolical. I'm pretty sure his barber had a curse technique, honestly. Maybe his barber was Edward Scissorhands. And his curse technique was like 100 cuts or something like that. I don't know, but like that fade was diabolical. For the world of JJK, there's nobody with a better fade, honestly. Okay, so it's a story event, a story mission. So that one should be like 25, 40 cubes. And global players, you pay attention to this as well, because this is more than likely our first anniversary. They said that they're not going to sync the games up until after the second anniversary. So since they're not syncing the games up until after the second anniversary, I don't really see a reason for them trying to get the second anniversary for JP to line up with Global's first anniversary. So I imagine that Global will still have time to kind of just loaf around a bit and work towards the 1 year anniversary, which would be this, and then we can worry about them really like squishing the schedule together and trying to consolidate things and get us ready for that game sync. But until after the second anniversary, we're just not looking at that right now. So I think that this will be first anniversary, and at the most, if they want to go crazy and keep pushing stuff, because we're much closer to the JP line of continuity now than we were when the game started, so they don't even need to push it this hard. But if they wanted to push it this hard, they could make this, instead of being our instead of this being our 1 year anniversary on Global, they could make it go to the kind of like 3 months after the anniversary right now finishes, right? So 0.5 finishes, we get 3 months in, which would be halfway away from the first anniversary. Then boom, we could get this instead, which I could see them doing it because hidden inventory, 1, is a natural part of the story. 2, hidden inventory isn't a part of the main continuity going on right now anyway. So if they wanted to do this now and then give Global a hyper main anniversary for Shibuya instead or something like that, they could all well do that if they felt like it. Just a lot of different possibilities, but this will still, I think, probably be the first anniversary for Global. Let's continue. This right here is going to be the recollection bit that you're going to be picking up from this story event more than likely. They have not gone over the effects of this or anything like that. Like I said, this first hour of the stream, I was not here for. I was asleep. So once we get an hour in, then I'll kind of know what's going on. And I did watch Slug's stream, kind of like breaking down some stuff, and he went back a little bit and looked over some stuff, but even still, I didn't catch a full glimpse of it. But yeah, story event. So a quick 25k cubes, 2500. Oh my gosh, 25k, 2500 cubes right there just from this event alone. I'm 100% hoping that this is just a 1 year anniversary and not brought up any sooner or anything like that. Why did Geto wear them big ass pants? I'm so curious now. I have a pair of Haram pants, and honestly, I'm like, yo, big ass pants are cozy, but like, I guess Geto was just onto that wave a little sooner than the Dead Man. I don't know. But we got another trailer coming up right here after that. Okay. So they are going to be doing some reruns for the hidden inventory stuff, and I guess the same way, I guess the same way that they reran the JJK0 stuff right now, actually on Global, I guess the same way they're rerunning the JJK0 stuff, they are probably going to rerun the hidden inventory stuff. They're going to add a few more missions on it. You'll maybe be able to pick up a few more titles and reclaim a few more rewards from it. Let's continue. So guys, this right here is actually a new character art. And if you do not know, what that voice line was just then right there was Shoko actually trying to explain what reverse curse technique was to Gojo and Geto. She literally is like, it's like foo shwoom woo, and then yeah, you just do a reverse curse technique. That is literally like her line bar for bar. So right there they just showed a character. That Shoko is going to be a green character. Then they're showing us some old hidden inventory memory quest things. This right here is actually gonna be a summonable bit on a banner, maybe Shoko's banner. No, this might be on Gojo's banner, because Gojo, when he awakened, he said something about Amanai. Was that her name? Riko Amanai, I think her name was. But this art looks incredible right here, honestly. That shit looks crazy. That shit like a movie right there. And then this is the old bit from before, of course. That's the area where Toji literally killed Gojo the first time, and then Gojo came back. Yep. And, oh, dude, I forgot about that. They're finally adding a new formidable battle. And instead of adding a new formidable battle that's a cursed spirit, it's Toji. I'm saying some stuff very early, but like, sorry, it's not there. I'm not happening for you right now. What actually I think Gojo is saying right here is, I'm sorry, Amanai, I'm actually not angry for you right now. I'm actually just so happy for myself because I'm the honored and chosen one. Or something of that nature is what Gojo's actually saying. He said, I don't hate anyone for your sake or anything like that. I think they should have maybe left the blood on Gojo, because like he did get stabbed in his fucking brain and then stabbed all down his chest and shit. They should have left that boy looking bloody so his character just looked a little more dangerous for real. He'll probably get damaged in battle and then turn into that, but like, I want to see if they give him another costume or something, because I feel like another costume for this character would be high. I feel like any Gojo, any new Gojo that drops from this point, I think people won't be angry if they get a costume. A costume for Shoko would be cool too. Like, this is an anniversary. Sukuna did not get a costume, but Yuji and Gojo did. I think that per anniversary, at least one costume should be given away for free. And then, you know, if you want to throw a free costume in there as well, or a paid costume in there as well, you can. But I think at least one costume should be given away for free per... Ooh, that looks excellent, bro. That looks crazy. That first fucking charge up, dude. I think this is a rerun right here, actually, of the memory quest. Let me look. I don't know if you'll be able to get more rewards for it, but we'll find out. Oh! So at the bottom it actually says there's new scenes for this story with a question mark. So it looks that we may be able to get new rewards from this. Alright guys, so right here is the actual little character intro for Shoko. This will all start on May 30th, 3 p.m. So I think daily reset time, honestly, or 2 a.m. on the 30th for us in America. I don't know, but yes, this is Shoko. She's literally doing her explanation for cursed energy, like whoosh, whoosh, wham, or whatever. But she is a green character. They did already confirm that somewhere. Facts. She looks to be like a healer, buffer, and I think she can recover her own cursed energy. I'm gonna make separate videos. I'm gonna make a separate video going over Shoko and Gojo together. Because we don't have a full skill set, but we have seen a few skills, I believe. They're saying that she's cute, very cute. Yeah, sure. Everybody was really hyped for Shoko, actually. I'm not gonna spend time going over this right now because, like I said, I'm gonna dedicate a whole other video to translating this and Gojo like all together. But also, you can see right here that she is green, Yoru. So then, if we keep looking here, they're gonna show you the other character, which is gonna be the awakened Gojo that we saw earlier. His ultimate looks crazy as hell. Like his hollow purple looks stupid. He is focused on that, bro. But this Gojo, one, does not have a turn counter to send him away after a certain number of turns, which is going to be insane because he looks like he's going to be a really, really crazy DPS. And I actually wanted them to do a Shibuya Gojo who had like the 0.2 millisecond domain, right? But then I realized that the Gojo we got from the first anniversary, or for Global, the 0.5 anniversary, might be the closest representation to that Gojo that we have right now, just because that Gojo does his domain only for an instant. Nobody's trapped inside of it, which usually Gojo doesn't need trapped inside of his domain. He just needs to hit you with it once. Yes, but the only time that Gojo's popped his domain for an instant and then just made it go away is in Shibuya. So I think that domain expansion Gojo might already be in Shibuya, be the Shibuya Gojo. I'm not sure, right? Other people might want another Shibuya Gojo that is perfectly fine, that is cool, but I think Awakening Gojo is really cool, and I have been really waiting on another Gojo who does not have a turn counter. And guys, y'all gotta understand at this point now, like, yes, it's not the new Shibuya incident Gojo that's going on right now, but y'all gotta think, Gojo's like already sealed in the story, is he not? So, are you going to get a new box of Gojo? I don't know. I think that domain expansion Gojo from the 0.5 anniversary or the 1 year anniversary is already the 0.2 domain Gojo, because every other time that I can think of that Gojo has done his domain expansion, he has kept it up at least for a little bit and has not instantly just put it down. Because once you're trapped inside of that world, he kind of has his time. He can kind of take his time loafing around with you. So I think that was the 0.2 domain Gojo, guys. I'm not sure, but I think so. But I do love getting young Gojos because young Gojos just don't leave. Young Gojo is literally before Gojo reached like the peak of Limitless, Infinity, Red, Blue, Purple, Domain Expansion, all of that. So any young version of Gojo literally just doesn't have a turn counter because they say he wasn't that overpowered yet. But this Gojo is overpowered, it seems. So let's go ahead and keep looking. So you can see Shoko and Gojo right here. Gojo literally has a golden film on himself. Let's look back a little bit. So you can see Gojo's skills. This one looks like a single target. Actually, yep, that one's a single target. This one is a buff to Gojo, so he can enter like Honored One mode, I guess. And then that second skill That second skill could be an AoE, just because it looks very similar to the Domain Expansion Gojo's second skill, which is also an AoE. Or it could be a single target, I'm not sure. But that one has a very weird effect on it that I've never seen. This one is like damage dealt down or to enemies or something like that. This one is boost ultimate gauge. That one is boost ultimate gauge. But what I will say is, Gojo being able to boost his ultimate gauge with his ultimate is kind of crazy. That means that this Gojo doesn't have a domain that needs to charge for a few turns. That means he can instantly start charging it back up. Limitless Curse Energy is so fun in this damn game, y'all. And then if we look over at Shoko for a little bit, oh, that's just regular Geto. You look at Shoko Reversal, and honestly, they're probably dropping a Geto in the third part. If not Geto, they can drop another Toji, because we have not gotten this Gojo yet. Yes. And this Shoko literally has not done anything in the series, but we still got a card for her because they're trying to expand their character roster. So they could make up some new game original Toji or some new game original Geto. Who knows? Or they could even do a new Nanami and Habara. I honestly would be interested in like a Nanami Habara like combo unit, but I know it's a little too early to be focusing combo units in this game. But you can see right here, Shoko actually has a Curse Energy increasing skill. She has a buff skill, which is kind of similar to Momo's little phone skill. You can see she's holding a phone in her hand. And then you can see right here that Shoko is also going to have a healing skill. Now, I don't know if this healing skill is AoE or a single target, but it does cost very little curse energy, which is very good. So this Shoko could be really incredible. And from what everybody was saying in the stream, it seems like this Shoko is going to be a really good mono green type of unit. And Riapo, I can't remember how to say his last name at the moment, but Rishi asked me to make a video talking about all the characters you should summon for after Sukuna. And I low-key been kind of waiting for this information right here just to see who does drop after Sukuna. To see if a good blue DPS drops after Sukuna or something like that. Which doesn't really matter that much because I'm still going to be getting my Sukuna from Pity and everything. But still, just wanted to see if any new damage options instead of Sukuna were coming out. Just to be safe. I'm not recommending skipping Sukuna and waiting all the way until the first anniversary or whenever they're deciding to drop this in the global version. But even still, just want to have that extra little bit of hindsight while we're still going to have it. It's like, I would love for the games to be synced up so that everything that drops on birth versions is always super duper hype and we never know what's going on. But at the very same time, I am going to use the hell out of my hindsight as much as I can before they do sync the versions of the game, just to make sure that I am in the best position possible. And guys, I'm going to be real with you. The only character I'm thinking about still summoning for is maybe Yellow Shoko. I'm not sure just yet, because she's like a good mono yellow heal / buffer, and I heard that it gets a little intense in tower a little bit later on down the road, but we don't know what they're dropping after this point. And what they're dropping after this point could be in the global version before we even get those tower floors. I don't know, like literally I just feel like the global version be getting characters in a very weird order to where it's like sometimes you have a few extra characters that JP didn't have during certain tower floors, and it's a little easier to like swipe those tower floors. I don't know. I think we can see something like that. But guys, also I do want to say that recollection bit that had Riko Amanai in it, the girl that they're supposed to be saving, the Star Plasma Vessel, Gojo's wearing that one. So I think they're trying to like give you hints that that one is Gojo's banner page right here. They usually sprinkle little hints in there like that. Then you can see this right here. I feel like that's like Geto and Shoko and Gojo all looking at each other doing some little stupid mundane activity or something. That's probably gonna be on Shoko's banner. This is the new free-to-play one that you're getting with everybody with the sparklers on the old Geto. So that's kind of like a little indicator here. But Gojo's gonna do his Honored One buff. The sun is gonna shine on him. Cool. Shoko's gonna do a phone call, give a buff to everybody, so that's good. And then Geto's doing whatever. Now it looks like Shoko gave one of them a buff for being hidden. Right there. So that looks like a Jujutsu and Taijutsu buff to everybody. Oh my god, Jujutsu and Taijutsu? It must be the only green characters though or something. And then right here you can see one character is hidden with this right here. So very good buff. Then also you can see that Gojo has Resurrection on and he has Protection. So instead of like other Gojos, him leaving at a certain point, he gets to stay as long as he wants and he revives when he dies. Okay, I'm cool with that. So maybe when he dies and revives, he turns into the bloody version of himself. That'd be pretty cool in my opinion. But I think that's the bulk of what they were showing on the skill page. Unless they're going to show another skill. Okay, good. We're going to see if this one's... So is that one single targeter? I think that was single target. I didn't see the targets change. Yeah. That one is single target. So it looks like both of Gojo's skills are single target. The ultimate may be very well be single target as well. So she gave another hidden buff. So that is single target, but it probably hits super hard. This Gojo is probably like a really crazy, like, single target DPS is what I'm gonna say, chat. So now you can see here, Gojo is at a certain point where his ultimate is full, and rather than using his ultimate, because his ultimate is not glowing for him, it says that he can use all of his cursed energy, or not all of his cursed energy, but 1,168 of his cursed energy to enter into the Honored One mode, right? And when he enters into the Honored One mode, he starts to float. I've already seen the little like visual for it. It's crazy, right? But I'm just curious as to what that's gonna do for his ultimate. Is that gonna like start after he goes into Honored One mode? Can he do his ultimate? Oh, that's beautiful, dude. That's fire. That's so cool. Okay, so yeah. Gojo's buff is looking crazy. And now that he's in Honored One, oh, and this buff right here on his second skill stacks. You see that one has 2 stacks. So whatever that is. So now the Honored One buff turns into a damaging buff instead. And literally the skills right here have changed. Oh, this Gojo's interesting. So he stacks his Honored One buff enough times. Now he has a counter attack. Oh. Oh, dude, this Gojo is going to be cool as hell, bro. So Gojo has a counterattack. Bruh. Yo, no way they gave this Gojo a crazy-ass counter animation like that, bruh. Okay, he's going to do his first skill. Oh, so it looks like they updated. Okay, so it turns into an AoE, his skill 1. He said since it's an AoE, it fills up your special gauge more. I never knew that. So the more enemies you hit, the more you fill up your special gauge. Is that how that works? Huh. The little tidbits of information you get watching the live streams, chat. Okay, so I guess they made an update also to the game where instead of it saying like max, it says all cursed energy, so you know it's gonna use all of your cursed energy now. So let's see what Gojo does. Or I know what he does for the animation, but let's see what the damage is looking like. And is it a single target? Also, Gojo is currently in Honored One status right now. What shows you Gojo is in Honored One status is when he has that little buff of his foot floating off the ground. So Gojo is in Honored One status right now. So I have a lot more questions. I am curious, can Gojo... Okay, so Shoko can actually heal multiple people with her ultimate. Gojo's ultimate is only single target, but it still looks super clean though. And he boosts his ultimate gauge off of that, which is crazy. Oh, dude, Gojo's so fire, bro. And I'll go ahead and tackle the elephant in the room. Everybody said isn't A5ing Domain Expansion Gojo really bad because they could probably drop a new Gojo. That's cool they dropped a new Gojo, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Domain Expansion Gojo is probably still going to be my choice for most of the content in the game because he's a crazy debuffer with his domain. This Gojo is more of a DPS, which the Domain Expansion Gojo is a DPS, but that debuff is so impactful that like you can use him for DPS and debuffing if you really need to, just because of what his domain does. So I do not think that this Gojo replaces Domain Expansion Gojo in the slightest. If you had both of them 5-star on your account, it's not like one of them is going to outshine the other. They both just kind of serve different purposes. Even though they're both attackers, one of them is an attacker that has a very exceptional debuff. One of them is just an attacker who just has a crazy versatility and set of attacks. I am highly impressed with this green Gojo, and I don't even know what his skills are just yet, but he looks super cool, and I'm ready to A5. Yeah, chat, is that serious already? I am constructing a plan to save up cubes for all of these banners now. I am not spending after I get Geto and get Sukuna. Like, I'm not spending. Only time I will be spending is maybe if it is for Yellow Shoko. But that is a bridge I have to cross when I get there. I guess it really depends on how many banners, not even how many cubes I have whenever Yellow Shoko comes, but how many banners can I pity by the time Yellow Shoko comes out. Because if that's the case, then I would maybe be down to do some summons for Yellow Shoko, but that's probably it. Every other character is just not interesting enough in my opinion, because Shoko looks really interesting to me. I really want to have Shoko, and also Gojo looks super interesting to me. And y'all already know how they like to do and hide that third unit, and that third unit be crazy, because Toji was crazy as hell when he dropped. Sukuna was crazy as hell as he dropped, even though there are discussions of him falling off and stuff. He's still he's still probably one of your top front runners for a blue TPS anyway. But guys, I think that everything is going to be fine if you have a maxed out DE Gojo and you get this Gojo. Where I see this Gojo fitting in is whenever you need a really strong green DPS on a team, you're not trying to use Hollow Purple Gojo anymore because you don't want to be constricted to using, like, you don't want to be constricted to having 7 turns to make something work. You going from the most constrictive Gojo being green because blue Gojo does the ultimate but doesn't leaves in 7 turns. Yellow Gojo never leaves. Red Gojo has 9 turns, 10 turns, and you can add turns on every time you do his domain. Green Gojo was the worst of them because yes, he had really big damage and he was crazy, but he leaves as soon as he does his ultimate, which sucks. You now have a Gojo who can do his Hollow Purple and doesn't leave after he does his Hollow Purple, which is pretty insane. Which also, now that we finally have our second Gojo, is every red Gojo going to be a domain expansion Gojo? Is every green Gojo going to be a Hollow Purple Gojo? Is every yellow Gojo going to be a blue Gojo? And is every red Gojo, and is every blue Gojo going to be a red Gojo? And if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean, is every Gojo that is a blue character in the game going to have red as their ultimate? Is every green Gojo that has, or every Gojo that's green in the game going to have Hollow Purple as ultimate? Because both of them do now. Is every yellow Gojo in the game going to have, you know, blue as their ultimate? And is every red Gojo gonna have their domain as their ultimate? Just curious. Keep an eye out for that, chat. Nothing too important, but still. Let's continue on. So guys, this right here is gonna be the new recollection bit that's gonna be on Gojo's banner when you're summoning for him. And also guys, something that's super duper hype, Gojo I think is actually dropping first and then Shoko's dropping second. So usually they save the more hype character for second or for last or whatever, right? Because Yuji came first and then Gojo came afterwards for this anniversary. But it looks like they're just going ahead and giving us Gojo first, which means that the Geto or Toji that I'm assuming we're getting as the third unit has got to be absolutely ballistic if they're already dropping Gojo as the first character. If they're dropping their most interesting character as the first character, the next two got to be crazy. Shoko's already going to be crazy because we don't have that many healers. That gives her her own platform on its own right because we only have Shoko, and now Shoko. But no other true healers in the game or anything like that. One thing that kind of disappointed me also, I would just let this play while I yap a little bit. One thing that kind of disappointed me also is the fact that we did not get any new characters, SP buffs or anything like that. We could get some SP buffs whenever Shoko drops, or they could be waiting exactly till when Gojo drops to get some new SP buffs. Because with Shoko and Gojo being green, I can see some SP buffs coming out for a green character now. Now, they're definitely not going to SP buff Hollow Purple Gojo because that would give him and the other green Gojo contention. But if people get unlucky and don't get the Hollow Purple, or if people don't get the new young Hollow Purple Gojo, and you have the older Hollow Purple Gojo, and the SP buff them, then your Hollow Purple Gojo is still useful somewhat. And also, guys, let me know down below what you think the SP buffs will look like for Gojos in general. I hope that every Gojo that has a turn counter gets an extra turn added on at the very least. But let's continue to look. This is the recollection bit that was actually on Shoko. So this one is probably more of a support healing type of recollection bit. But this is one that was on Shoko whenever they were actually in the game doing the mission, showing the animations and stuff. Let's continue on and see what else we can find here, chat. Chat, I do not remember the last thing that I was saying just now when I was sitting here at the camera. I got a phone call. I had to deal with a bunch of stuff. So the last thing that I kind of remember saying about this page is, I believe this is the page on Shoko's banner, so it should be a very good support page. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to keep going with these patch notes, or with this 1.5 anniversary reveal. So you can see here right beside, they are showing us each one of the banners. You can see that Gojo is part 1 and then Shoko is part 2, which is actually really great because Gojo is the one I'm definitely more hyped for. That's the one I want to get my hands on first and test out first. And honestly, seeing these 1.5 anniversary characters, I actually don't think there is anybody that I want to summon in between, and I'm already kind of lining up who I want to work on that I have in my account right now. And I'll give y'all a little spoiler. They did announce a second standard banner update. So we are going to be getting a standard banner update. So not only is it going to be a lot of summons on these banners, but there should be a lot of ticket summons as well going on whenever the half anniversary or 1.5 anniversary or the global first anniversary, I'm assuming, comes out. But don't know what these pages do, but nonetheless, Gojo's page looks a lot better, like just a lot more artistic. Like this one looks like a scene right out of a movie, honestly. This one looks really good, but like it's just some super simple mundane activities type of thing, right? Like if I saw this, I would expect this came from a random anime episode while they were just doing some little BS, you know, just like, oh, we're friends hanging out type of scene. Then this right here I would expect came from like a JJK like full movie or something like that. The way that this scene looks, it looks crazy. But let's continue on. So this right here, it looks like we're going to be getting 10 free tickets, maybe not on each one of these individual gachas. So it looks like there's a pickup gacha for all 3 of these characters, so I guess they're going to be all on the same banner together. It's going to drop at the same time that Shoko drops, because Gojo drops on the 21st, Shoko drops on the 30th. Also, I don't know why they like to do 9 days apart instead of just a week apart. A little odd in my opinion. But all of these banners with Gojo, Shoko, and this one right here, all of them end on July 3rd. And also that means that we should probably be seeing a 3rd banner probably on like July 1st or something like that for like the final character of this celebration. That's typically how they like to do it. They like to pretty much put you in a position where either you can't summon for the prior characters at all, or if you're summoning for the prior characters, like you got to do it like the day the new banner comes out, because the old banner is probably leaving in a little bit here. But I'm very glad that these are getting added to the standard banner pool. That, like I said, that's a little ahead in the video, but I'm glad they're getting added to the standard banner pool. We already knew they were getting added to the standard banner pool because they said it way earlier on, but what other time than right now would be a perfect time to add it on when we have a hidden inventory themed celebration. Let's continue on. So this is showing what tickets we will be getting from each part of the celebration. So you can see right here, the Gojo tickets, we'll get 10 of them from the story mission. And then whenever this starts up, which this is, I guess, going to be on the second half of the celebration, so this will probably come on the 30th, this right here will give us 10 tickets for Shoko's banner, and then also 10 tickets for the rerun banner in general, because the rerun banner comes back on the 30th, and when, you know, all 3 of the rerun banner characters are in the picture, so it makes perfect sense. Let's continue on and see what other goodies we are getting here. They're just going back and retouching on the nice little 1.5 anniversary graphic. It does look very good. This right here, I'm not even gonna bother to translate it just because the translations can be very rough sometimes. And honestly, some of the translations on the wiki are not even correct. Like, stay behind group party is the name of Gojo's recollection bit, but if you just translate it from Japanese, it's called detainee party, which does not mean the same thing. So very different. Oh, they're adding new borders around like your character profile. They're getting 3,000 cubes for the 1.5 anniversary. This should be coming to global. Like the cubes that come just because the anniversary is coming, those always should be on both versions of the game. You see right here, we actually have a new little like border. So I guess story missions are finally gonna start giving borders now, which is really cool because this looks really good. Like the candle one is kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the candle effect of it that much, but like I guess with candles you think sacred things, and Gojo is the honored one, the sacred, the chosen one, right? So it's like it makes sense that he had like this candle type of thing going on. Then we have like the memory one. I really like this memory one a lot, actually. That one's really cool. But they're going to be adding, I think, these little frames to every story event that we've had in the past. And they're literally going to implement some new mode where you can go back into old story events. Oh, this is really big right here. So guys, this is the actual standard banner update list right here of characters. So one thing that does kind of hurt is, yes, Gakuganji is a very good character, but I would consider that this is just them adding 8 characters, because Gakuganji is just an SR character, and like SR characters, like once they're added onto the standard banner, you will get them all the time. It's going to be inconsequential how fast you get them. Now, there are some people who did not get Gakuganji at all whenever Yellow Yaga's banner came out, which is going to be very incredible for them, but even still, for everybody who already has Gakuganji, I feel like we probably could have added one more character in there just to be safe. You know, we could have put Red Mai in there, or Green Megumi or something of that nature. But hey, bro, to each their own, I guess. Big W's for the standard banner update. I would say that this standard banner update is probably, I can't say it's, it might be better than the last one. I don't know. I'll give them equal. Because the last standard banner update had more characters. And while I think that these characters that are good in this list are more impact, like bro, these 4 alone right here, these 4 alone are crazy. All the hidden inventory characters plus Yellow Yaga plus Gakuganji is crazy. Plus, Saki is actually kind of crazy for later floors on Tower, I've heard. Miwa, I've not heard anything too good about her. Nobody's really blinging her lineup too much. People said Blue Nanami sucks. I read his kit. I thought he seemed fine. I mean, if I get him in the standard banner summons, I'll test him out. And then Green Maki, I also think is good. But she's like a mono green type of character. So, be careful. I already have this one 5-star. This one I have, but it's not that great. I don't care about. This one I want. This one I wouldn't mind more copies of. I mean, if I get Saki, I'd like to get this one just because this is the specific page for her. I already have Ignore Commands, Break with Divine Dogs. I do not have, but I'm pretty sure that one's pretty good, so I'd like to pick that one up. And then this one right here, Nimble Curse Speech User, I do already have, and that one's really good. But guys, this second standard banner update is looking really good. So since it's coming for the 1.5 anniversary for JP, I think that Global would get it for their first anniversary more than likely, which would be great, be an excellent time to update the banner again, because I would love to get these 3 5-star right here, considering that I don't have Toji at all, I have Gojo 2-star, and I have Geto 1-star. Honestly, I don't really need all of them 5-star. I would like Toji 5-star because it's a DPS. I would like Gojo 5-star because, again, DPS, and his curse energy doesn't really matter. I would like one more Dupagetto just to get him to the 2-star point, and then like I'm down to get him 5-star later on down the road. I don't really care that much. He already does what he needs for me to do, or he already does what I need for him to do. Then Yaga, definitely want another copy of him because he's at 1-star already. Saki, we'd love to pick up a copy of her just to work on new characters for character growth. I'm not really that worried on working on her for actual strength to my account anymore, just because you quite literally will have a chance to summon for Gojo before you have to summon for her. And honestly, if you're summoning for Gojo, I say summon for Gojo, Shoko, and what'll probably be a Part 3 Toji or Geto. I say summon for all of those characters first, then hit the standard banner. Because all of these characters, since they're hitting the standard banner update, and this is coming right before the banners drop, or this is coming on the 21st and the banner's dropping, I could imagine at the most, like, they don't put these new standard updated characters onto the banner on the 21st with Gojo, because Gojo's banner is already really hype. You're already going to be summoning for that. But I do assume that they will be putting all these rate ups, all this rate up stuff on the Shoko banner, because this will have already been an update that's been out in the game 9 days before Shoko comes out. So this is probably going to be a part of the roster on Shoko's banner, which also means that Shoko's banner is going to have a lot more SSRs. So guys, be careful with that as well. But I think we're looking good for these banners, and I think that we should definitely play it smart. Like this time around, I used all my standard banner tickets like in the first summoning video, just because, or not first summoning video, but in my first summoning video, because I summoned for Gojo. So in the Gojo summons, I wasted all my tickets there as well, and now I'm kind of looking at the standard banner update like, dang, I wish I had all those tickets I wasted, because these characters would be nice to try and pull for. Not to say that I don't have 6 more months to stack it up. I'm not too concerned, and honestly, if Global does want to go crazy and you don't have 6 months to stack it up, I believe you still have at least 3 months. And honestly, I got my account from like no cubes to 150k cubes in like 3 months. So you can definitely do it, chat. But let's continue on and see what else we got here. We will be getting 10 free gacha pulls for 10 days, so that is 100 free pulls. So 10 free multis. Just like the anniversary right now of the global version, we're getting 100 free pulls. This is very good right here, because it looks like they're going to be adding on those standard banner characters that they just showed us a picture for. So somebody is going to be picking up copies of Toji, Yellow Yaga, Gojo, and Geto, and who was the last one I was looking at? And Gakuganji. Somebody's going to be picking those up before you even really get into like summoning on the standard banner for real. Like you're just gonna be picking them up from this banner right here. So very excited for that. Very glad that they're doing that. You know, updating the standard banner day 1 of the anniversary, giving us the free banner day 1, and the free banner is gonna have all the updated characters and everything. And honestly, guys, who's to say that all this stuff doesn't start super early on the global version like it did already for the half anniversary? Because we're still not going to be caught up. As long as we are behind the JP version, I see reason in them pushing stuff up and making it happen way earlier than it's supposed to. Because the half anniversary didn't really start for global until May 7th. Yes, May 7th. But they started all the stuff on like April 25th. So we can see all this stuff very early on the global version. I'm very excited to see how it rolls out in the global version as well. This is starting to get to like some just like basic stuff that you already know would be there. So now you can see here they have the event marathon campaign, Hopefully they added more than just 200 points worth of milestone rewards to it. Not only are we getting the event marathon campaign, we're also getting 3 free AP refills every day again for this, which is a bit, no, that's fire. What's weird is the story mode costing 0 AP again, because there is no new story chapter. Or no, there are the Shibuya chapters, but honestly, if the Shibuya chapters aren't gonna, I'm trying to think about it. If the Shibuya chapters are gonna come really close to the anniversary, and there is no new grade in the game at the time, is there really a point in doing the Shibuya chapters as soon as they drop? Just to do the EX stage? Or should you just wait until day 1 of them doing all this stuff and wait for the 0 AP? I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. Because like 0 AP isn't really as important if you don't have any story missions you need to burn through. Let's keep looking. They have added from rank 130 to 150 on the account now. So before people can even get to 130, the next cap is there already. I mean, somebody's probably 130 already. Somebody probably paid a copious amount of money for 1,000 AP packs and just spammed it all the way up, which honestly, now that I say that out loud, sounds kind of nice. Chat, look out for future endeavors. But let's keep looking through. We're still in no man's land. I still don't know exactly 100%. Oh, very, very, very big chat. Currently, all of these things go up to level 8 at max level. And I don't know how much all of the resources these things hold, but I know that this thing right here holds 720 stamina for you whenever you let it load all the way up. If it's going to go up 2 more levels, I can imagine them upping it by 60 per level. So like say instead of 720, goes up to 780 and then goes up to like 740 or 840, I'm sorry. So if this can hold 840 stamina now, that's going to be insane. Because literally, if you let this sit from Tuesday to Friday, by the time the double drop stuff all comes on the global version, you have that at max. And then all of a sudden, you're just having like 800 stamina worth of runs just to do stuff, right? So this is going to be very good. And if you guys don't remember, the way that you unlock the higher levels on this is by leveling up your account. So if you are way beyond the last level you needed, I think you need to get to like level 24 or something like that, or 28 to unlock all of this. If you're way beyond level 28, as soon as this comes into the game, your stuff should just jump up from level 8 to level 10, guys. So, actually, fun fact. 3 days, I think, before, or honestly, it doesn't matter. Pretty much whenever the cursed object collection, I think so. No, whenever the cursed spirit, cursed corpse, walking, whatever, idol thing happens, whenever it levels up, it forcibly gives you whatever resources were charged up on the prior level. So however much stamina you have on this, whenever the update comes and it unlocks, you are automatically going to be forced to take the stamina in that this gives off. But you'll also be able to press the info and see how much it saves you at max too. So be on the lookout for that, guys. More customization to make you feel a little more, you know, make your account feel a little more personal, right? Now, instead of just choosing a character for a background screen, you can actually choose a specific scene and maybe even choose characters doing the stuff, right? But you can see here, they got Yuji headlocking one of these, a spider cursed spirit, which is actually pretty crazy detailed for like just a background screen that you can choose. So that's actually pretty cool in my opinion. They have been adding a lot of like, I feel like the account customization type of stuff gets undermined a lot because it's not as incredible. But I mean, like the little borders on your characters and customizing your background screen and having like the little PFP now for your characters, all really cool features I think that make your account feel a little more personal to you. This is the big one, guys. I don't know what the update is just yet, but it does look like they are already looking to update Curse Sweep Battle. I don't know 100% what they're planning on doing with it. Let's fast forward a little bit and see. So the potential release has become a very important feature in the game today, but the enemies will change, so I hope all of you try in different stages to beat them with this update. So maybe they're just going to cycle out the type of monster you're fighting in there. They didn't really, yeah, that was super vague. Or at least, if I can understand Japanese 100% and not at very baby levels like I can right now, I'd maybe be able to just listen to it and tell you what they said, but I can't do that just yet. So it looks like they're just going to be updating this, and maybe they're going to cycle out the enemies, and maybe they're going to cycle out the gimmicks that the enemies do. I don't know just yet, but I hope that Global is going to get the Curse Sweep Battle at the end of this anniversary, more than likely. That absolutely. So like, we'll have a little bit of time with it being normal. I'm personally planning, chat. My yellow team look like my strongest team right now, and that's not because of hidden inventory Gojo. I'm actually using Red Gojo on that team to replace Hidden Inventory Gojo. But my Hidden Inventory Gojo is all level 10 skills maxed out with the Phantom Seal and everything. So like I could use him if I wanted to, but I just think DE Gojo is going to give me much more benefit. And I have Zone Yuji, and I have Yellow Yaga, and I have Kaito for Cursed Energy, but maybe I need to replace Kaito with somebody else. We'll figure out that bridge when we get there. But I do think that my strongest team for Cursed Sweep Battle is Yellow, and the Yellow team defeats the monster that gives you red materials. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spam Cursed Sweep Battle non-stop until all of my good red characters are SP maxed out, and then once all of my red characters are SP maxed out, then I use the red characters on red teams and then go get the material for blue, and then do the same thing for blue to green, and then green to yellow, and then the cycle ends, and then at that point I'm just stacking up SP points. That is how I think my cycle is going to go, guys, but we'll continue on and just see what else they're bringing for us. We are getting the same thing that we got for the JP or Global 0.5 anniversary. They are going to be introducing banners where you can do one paid multi on the banner, but you cannot choose the character that you get from the paid multi. So fingers crossed. Wish you luck, Magic Knights. Hopefully you're getting a good character from the banner. I am more than likely going to end up using this banner just because I don't plan on summoning for characters in between. Unless I get really, really lucky with... Honestly, even if I get really lucky and summon Shoko in one summon whenever her banner comes out, I'll probably still end up using this ticket, which is dangerous because none of the characters that I'm looking at right here are 5-star, but all the characters that I have before these characters coming out are basically 5-star. So that's why it's dangerous, but it's a chance I'm willing to take to see if I can't get one of these newer characters. And also, is Mei Mei on the banner? Are Mei Mei and Mechamaru on the banner? Because I mean, like, they're not shown right here, but their pictures are right here, so I'm assuming they're on the banner. Then you can see right here on this one, we have Yuji's page, Sukuna's page, Mei Mei's page, and we also have Gojo's page right here. So again, I don't know what they're really doing with Recollection Bits. I guess Recollection Bits, they don't really care about limited or whatever. Or they do because the JJK0 ones are limited, but I don't know. Every time the anniversary comes around, I guess the anniversary bits are just never limited, but the characters are. That could change in the future, but I don't know. But guys, these are one summon each. You do not choose what you get at the end of the summon, so be careful with these. If you're a spender, can I really tell you be careful? You're already spending your money in a damn gacha game. It's too late for you, but hey, bro. Then we also are getting a rerun of Zone Yuji's banner, which is also going to have the inherited or things that are inherited or whatever the specific name of the bit is, right? We're going to get that, but this Yuji banner is a bit of a scam here because I believe that this says if you pay for the skin, you can get it, which is diabolical because this is a free-to-play skin. Let me translate this to be safe. It says with skin, great value pearl bag. That more than likely means if you buy some cubes, there's a little pack where you can get the skin as well. Gojo's costume was $25, so it looks like they introduced skins in the first anniversary on the JP version and gave you just the one for free, but it looked like just that one for free is it. Because it looks like from now on that the skins are going to be $25 maybe. I don't know how much Yuji's is. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter how much Yuji's skin is. Whether it's $25, $15, $10, even $8, it doesn't matter because they gave this skin away for free at first. So if you decided to jump into the game after the first anniversary or during Global, that's why it's good to get on Global now. If you are a Global player and you're seeing this or you're considering playing Global, play Global now because, yes, it's just a skin, but nonetheless, the skin gives extra stats. Extra stats equals extra wins. Yuji is actually a very good character, and it turns out Yuji is very needed for the tower. Past floors 60, 61 through 70 or through 80 have been rough, it seems like, for a lot of people. So Yuji is a good character to pick up. His skin is a good pickup as well because his skin gives him extra stats. If you are playing the global version right now, please jump into the game and play the event and get Yuji's skin for free, and please don't be one of those schmucks getting caught up paying for it later on down the road. That is really messed up though, that if you didn't play and get it for free the first time, like all of a sudden it just costs money now. That's crazy. Let's see. So for those of you who weren't, hold on. It just said, so for those of you who weren't able to get it at that time, here's an introduction. This time we are offering a special unlock pack that comes with the skin. So if you've only got the character mentioned earlier but don't have the skin, then you're... Oh. It doesn't tell me anything else. But what I picked up from there's nothing to cut. Yes, if you purchase it, you'll be able to play with the suit clad board player whenever you want. So yeah, it's just them explaining that yes, because you didn't come and play the game in the first place, you can give us your money for this skin now. This, I don't really cover the web shop stuff too much, guys, because like I don't try to go onto the web shop too much. Like if I make a purchase in the game, I just do it through the game, because sometimes the web shop be confusing me. Sometimes I can't tell when the web shop is doing that little campaign where you spend money and you get the little milestone rewards and blah blah blah. But let's translate this real quick, because this looks kind of interesting. It looks like they've added in some extra stuff to the web shop. Let's see. Earn points whenever you buy cubes, and then for 30 days, free gacha once a day, twice a day AP recovery, curse increased number of rewards received, training lamp, and JP dropout. So it looks like you can purchase a 30-day pass that gives you a free multi-summon every day, free 2 AP recoveries every day, free JP and experience drop increase, and Curse Spirit Sweep Battle. Oh, increase the drops on Curse Spirit Sweep Battle. Oh, chat, I might care about the web shop now. 2 free AP recoveries a day outside of the anniversary is wild. A free multi every day is wild. And extra points from Curse Sweep Battle. Absolutely wicked. Let's see, they're kind of explaining it right here. This only costs 610 yen. Chat, I want you to know that's like $5, is it? Maybe like $4 or $5. Get you 1 free gacha every day per day. How can I put it? You can choose any gacha you like from the ones lined up. What? Out of all the banners that are in the game, you can choose 1 free multi a day from all of those banners for the course of 30 days. Now, banners don't stay out for 30 days, chat. I know. But if you have some of your own cubes, and then you do these 30-day summons, oh, you can cheese that pity crazy. That's crazy. Yo, this pass right here is kind of wild. Yeah, when they add this in the global version, we're going to talk about this a lot. We're going to talk about this a lot in the global version. Only the ones that have a single gacha. 10 in a row. Yes, that's right. So with the gacha that's available from this time, if you purchase this, you're guaranteed to get something free. As long, okay, all I need to know is that I can pay for this, and I can get daily free summons on, like, you know, Gojo or Shoko or whatever, because like I'm obviously gonna save cubes beforehand. Like, bro, this is insane. For them to release this kind of information, knowing that global players can look at this right now, is insane. Knowing that, yes, even though you save, you know, however many cubes you're gonna save for the half anniversary or 1.5 anniversary or for your first anniversary, whatever. Even with all that, we are also going to give you a free multi every day. We're also going to give you extra drops of this. We're also going to give you, like, what? Like, if you bought this right now, right, during the anniversary, do you have 5 free AP refills a day? I'm just curious, chat. I just need to know. Free AP recovery twice a day. Increased rewards for equivalent items and more JP for the last train. Wow, well, I got the best deal ever. I'll say that's the best deal I've ever seen in Phantom Parade. Pretty much turn your gameplay experience into an anniversary outside of the anniversary. That's the best value I've seen in Phantom Parade yet. So I said earlier regarding the gacha, the winner, I think about the intention. I understand. Well, I'm wondering if I can use the money I've saved, but well, if it's okay, I could make use of these things. Yeah, I don't really know what the auto translate is cooking up for me right there. Well, I don't know if it's general. I don't know what's happening. Yo, chat, I've been recording this video for like 2 hours now, chat. Like, I'm so like, I'm actually still very locked into this, and my energy is still there, but I'm also just kind of like, yo, I started looking at this an hour ago. I got busy with a bunch of stuff in between for like 30 minutes. I came back, and I'm still looking at this, and I'm like, yo, there's still even more amazing shit going on. What in the world? And since the auto translate is really bad, this could not be what I said it was. Let's hope it is. But I actually translated it. I'm pretty sure this is what it says it is. Just when I said I don't care about the web shop, they finally do something to make me care about the web shop. Let's see. Does that say 2 times you can purchase 3,000 cubes and actually get 6,000 cubes for it instead? 2-time limited, 6,000 beads. Yep, that's exactly what it says. That one's 3,000 yen. That one's like 15 bucks. Or no, probably like 18, 20 bucks. Y'all ain't know Dead Man knew the yen conversions, huh? Okay, what is this? Oh, this is more web shop stuff. Oh, is this in the game? Can you web shop inside the game now? Real code input function now available on the web shop. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll figure out what the real code stuff is eventually. Oh, I just kind of saw that, chat. It kind of spoiled for me. But it looks like they're about to show something about a free guaranteed SSR ticket. Now, this ticket is not... So you enter a serial code on the 21st, which is when Gojo drops. And whenever Gojo drops on the 21st, you get this ticket here. Or yeah, whenever you enter the code, you get this ticket here. Now, this ticket is not for a guaranteed SSR character. It's for a character or recollection bit. Keep that in mind. And then what is this? Well, it's scheduled after June. So is this a roadmap? Plans from June onward. Yep, this is the roadmap, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yes. Cool. So, guys, we do finally have a formidable battle that is not versus a cursed spirit. It is actually versus a Toji, which means that we should be seeing a free recollection bit from this. I don't know about upon the first time it comes out, but we should be seeing a free recollection bit from this. And we should also be seeing a SP battle version of this. And secret titles, of course. Ooh, secret titles based around Toji are going to be fire. Okay? This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier in the video. You can see here now there are little things you can do to get this little item right here, which I'm going to call it a phantom tag. Because the thing that looks like this, that boosts your character's level, is called a phantom seal. I'm going to call this a phantom tag. You can pretty much use a phantom tag to go back into old story missions. And it looks like they're going to release the old story missions, you know, a little bit by a little bit. Now, guys, this entire time I've been saying story missions are like Dokkan events. Now they're really like Dokkan events. Because we're literally just going to have an area in the game where we can just go back to them and touch on them every day if we wanted to. Anytime if we wanted to. Go back and test out teams, whatever. Super cool, right? But this is going to allow us to go back and double dip on these missions that we already had for more rewards. I started to wonder actually what they were going to start doing for these story events. Because like... Now it's getting to that point where like story events are less important. You're more focused on the story mode, and it looks like they're trying to push towards being more of a story mode type of game. Because the Shibuya incident stuff is really cool, how they change the story up and everything. But you can go back into this. You can go back and get the page again if you want. So anybody who has been grinding every single one of these events day one and has gotten every single recollection bit, GG to you. Because if you have to use a certain type of currency to trade in towards these rewards, that means that you just saved yourself however many 5 or 6 pages worth of currency cost, right? And now you can go ahead and get the other rewards a lot faster. You can play the event again, get event exclusive rewards, new story feature, reminisce story. So yeah, nothing too crazy. This is going to be added later on in June, so this will probably be during the second or third part of the 1.5 anniversary. But yes, I'm most excited for going back in there and getting the little borders. That's what I'm excited for, because this is going to be for, you know, doing your little character customizations and everything. So now they're just showing you the first 3 battles that they are going to be introducing back is going to be Where Shadows Lie. I don't remember where this one is, and then Gojo's Vacation. Oh, dude, I can't remember the name of any of these. I know the bottom one's called Where Shadows Lie. Falling to the Ground Darkly. Okay, yeah, these... I don't know, bro. This one up the top is called Nostalgic Border. That's definitely not what that's called. Satoru Gojo's Shopping Adventure. Is that what this one's called? I think so. But, yeah. These are going to be the first 3 story events that come back with the Reminisce story battle. Let's see if it shows you any of the stuff that you can get from them. Hey, bro, everybody might hate the fact that it's not brand new content, but at least they're giving us some content that does allow us to play it again and get more rewards. You can see here now with map events, they're going to start giving you like the little, giving you a little ranking reward system right here, or a ranking system right here to let you know what range you're in. And let's see. In the score distribution, you can see the overall score. So it doesn't say anything. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about getting extra rewards from being in a certain range. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did start giving... So what exactly is the score and how amazing is it? For those of you who have played the game extensively, we decided to implement this tree. So it says that you can check your overall score and everything. I don't see anything that says you get extra rewards for being in a certain like reward range. But I mean, like, that man Rain is gonna be at the top of this every single time in his own server. It's already a wrap. Then, ooh, I like how that looks right there. See, the profiles look way better with the little icon and everything. They just look so much better. But yeah, just more about showing off the scores and everything in this new kind of like layout, this new UI for everything. Oh, what is this? Mystery. Mystery. This says look forward to it. New SSR character added to the Phantom Metal Exchange. Oh, it's probably Dagon. It's probably Dagon, guys. This has to be Dagon. Although it will be a while until the end of July, we'll be adding a new SSR character to the original Metal Exchange. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm already at 800 Phantom Metals. My Mahito is 2 dupes. My Hanami is 0 dupes. My Jogo is 1 dupe. Hanami does what Hanami needs to do every time. Mahito does what Mahito needs to do every time. Jogo, I'm going to get 1 more copy for him, get him to 2 dupes, just so he starts off with more cursed energy, so it's a little easier for me to play around with him. And then after that, I will be saving my Phantom Metals for whatever Dagon drops. I'm sure this is Dagon. I'm not even gonna take a wild guess and say like, oh, what if this is? No, this has to be Dagon. Has to be Dagon. Dagon. Why? Because this is gonna release all the way in July. This is gonna release in July, which is when the anniversary is gonna be like on its way out, and we're gonna be just like sitting there with the last banner. We're gonna get our last little stretch of events, but like they're probably gonna be dabbling back onto the Shibuya stuff. I do not imagine they're adding a character from hidden inventory to this shop right here. And plus, cursed spirits are the only thing that are ever in the shop. So let's be real. Let's be real. Has to be Dagon. Has to be Dagon. That's why we got a formidable battle with Toji, because Toji is a formidable battle, and he is a very big enemy in the JJK franchise. But we have not gotten Dagon in the game yet, and maybe they feel like it would be a little crazy to add Dagon as a shop character versus adding Dagon as an actual character. But guys, here's a fully comprehensive roadmap that we can look at now. You can see Gojo's dropping on the 21st along with his story event. And then we're going to get Shoko on the 30th along with her Memory Quest rerun. And right here at the bottom, for the 1.5 anniversary, 3,000 free queues, enter the serial code to get the free ticket. Many other musical events will be held. And 100 free gachas, but really just 10 gachas 10 times over the course of 10 days. So 10 multi-summons for free. But you got to wait. Then you can see here, it doesn't give us an exact date, but in June, we're going to be getting a Toji Formidable Battle, which is the first Formidable Battle that's not a cursed spirit, which is really cool. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think we're going to see SP missions on this as soon as it comes out, a free page on it as soon as it comes out, like all this stuff, or not? We could see all that stuff, honestly, just because it's the half anniversary. And then we got these story missions right here, Satoru Gojo's Shopping Adventure, Reminiscent Border or Youthful Border or whatever the hell this one was called, and then Where Shadows Lie or Where Shadows Fall or something like that, because the translation said Where Something Falls Darkly is so stupid. But all this stuff is coming back with the new Reminiscent story mode and adding the map event score distribution screen, and then we're getting a new coin shop character in July. So guys, the roadmap, I would say, is pretty much the bulk of everything that they wanted to talk about. Anything else in the stream, I did already see, but at this point, they was just kind of recapping stuff. Yeah, they was just kind of recapping, showing over stuff, showing a bunch of like stupid campaigns. Oh, I'll show you this one. There's a new game called Gojo Run. It's literally just a game where Gojo is running, and then like if you tap the screen, there's a little arrow on the screen. If you tap the screen, he jumps. And like literally they're just collectibles that you have to get on the ground or in the air. That's all this game is. If you do this game, let's see. The total minigame score of all users until 23:59 on Sunday, May 25th will be calculated as follows. So pretty much all the players of the game have to reach a certain score by this time, by the 25th. Midnight, so by the 26th, really, basically, and then you'll get 10 free gacha tickets. This is like extra, promotional events and stuff like that we as American players cannot partake in unless we are willing to fly all the way out to Japan. This is just extra little stuff with Geto and Shoko's voice actors Gato's voice actor, by the way, has way more sauce than I expected Gato's voice actor to have. And Shoko's voice actor seems a little more tame. I don't know. I feel like Shoko isn't really that crazy bombastic of a character, but I feel like since she's so quiet, she's low-key a very like unique individual. Low-key if you let her be, right? But like we already saw all this stuff. Gojo's arts, Shoko's arts, they look incredible. Both of them look really good, really cool. And like I said, I'll have another video going over like exactly what they do and everything. And also, bro, chat, don't hate me for this, but the shawty who be running these little fucking JJK, hey bro, she kind of bad, bro. She kind of bad, bro. I just gotta get that off my chest for real. But chat, that is it for the live stream coverage. I hope that you guys did enjoy. This is a little bit of gameplay of them playing, you know, Gojo's little, oh, of course he's chasing sweets. But yeah, literally, oh yeah, and it speeds up while you're doing it as well. That's the one last little thing. But guys, that is it for the live stream and everything that's happened in the live stream. If you guys did enjoy this, I'm gonna go here so you're not distracted. If you guys did enjoy the live stream, then definitely go down below, or not even live stream. If you enjoyed me covering the live stream, go down below, leave a like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also comment down below and let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you guys think the third part character is. And also, let me know, do we think that webshop bundle is actually going to give us a free multi every day for 30 days on any banner we feel like in the game? That sound preposterous to me, bro. That sound crazy to me. But if you guys did enjoy, then do all the stuff that I said before. That is going to be it for your boy, DEADMANVINCE. Signing out. You know I love you guys. Peace.